Woohoo, woohoo! Hello! Oh no, Camera Kun died. No, you were working earlier. Let me fix it. Alright, cross his fingers. There we go. Hello! Hello, hello. I'm gonna check my stream for audio. Give me 1 second. I always check how the stream sounds on my phone. Hi, McBaggin. I know. 6 months. Wee, 6 months. Hello, Brendan. I will, now that I know that, I think I will be continuing this, for some time. Well, 6 months already. Time flies. I know, right? Congrats. Thank you, soon. I think I will invest in a nice camera and maybe a nice mic. Because now I know after 6 months, I know for sure that I won't be dropping this anytime soon. Is my audio okay? How's the background music? I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit. There we go. Okay. I think otherwise the sound sounds pretty balanced. But thank you everyone for coming! Yay! So, like the title says, we're here today to celebrate my 6-month streaming anniversary. I think I actually don't know when my first day of streaming is. Let me check. Alright, I'm looking at my debut stream. I think technically I did debut 7 months ago, so this is a little, it's a little late. But let's see when this was. September 12th. Okay, no, it's about time. So then, April 12th would have been for sure 6 months. Camera couldn't die again. It was working just fine. Okay, there we go. Will there be a debut stream react? Oh, shit. Maybe I'll do that at like 8 months or 1 year. I was not planning on doing that today. Nor do I want to, so we're not going to do that. Time to retire. Current camera coon. They have been a trooper. Honestly, I'm so happy that I have this camera, and I'm so thankful to my friend who gave it to me, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do all of this without it. I actually have like a little thread tied to the arm so that the camera head doesn't move. I had moved it for that one stream so you could see me like sitting in my chair, and then since then I haven't been able to figure out how to do the camera angle again. But nonetheless, yeah, so my debut stream, wow, was September 12th. Funny enough, like next week is going to be my 6-month anniversary at my current job. And I didn't realize I had started streaming at the same time I was doing this job. And it makes me think like, oh shit, like that's a lot. That's a lot to do at once. So, oh no. I started my job a month after. Sorry, it's my 5-month anniversary, not my 6-month anniversary. This is 6 months anniversary. Anyways, but what we have today, ta-da! Super moist party rainbow chip. Not gonna lie, the super moist just sounds super sussy. I don't know how moist this thing can get, but I don't know. It says there's pudding in the mix, but then when you look at what, like, when you look on the back here, it's just regular cake mix. I haven't baked very much. Like I have baked in the past, and I have done stuff, but I wouldn't call myself a pastry chef by all means. So I didn't want to start from scratch. That for sure, I definitely don't know how to do. But I can do this because this is pretty easy. And if you guys notice, I actually wore a top that's also confetti, just like the cake. So I'm in the festive mood. Oh, I was gonna wear some rings. Actually, it's probably better that I don't wear rings, because my hands are gonna get dirty from all this. But BTW, love the cinema roll hats for the Pomu puppets. Yes, aren't they so cute? I was going to bring my headband that I had retired, but it's behind my little shrine, and so I'm not gonna go pick it up. I'm not gonna try to move everything just to grab it. But this is also a celebration for reaching a milestone of over 250 Pomu headbands made. Woohoo! It's an incredible number to think about, because when I first hit the 150 milestone, I thought that was gonna be it, and then here we are, like, I don't know, a year later, maybe definitely more than 6 months later, and I'm at 250. And yeah, I think it definitely helps that I did wave after wave of Pomu headbands, so it's not like I did these all at once. They take a lot of time to make, and so it's like batches of 10 to 15 over the course of a couple weeks, and then taking time to sell them and stuff like that. But I started making them May of 2022. So yeah, about 2 years of Pomu headbands, and now I can officially say that they're like retired. I don't plan on doing any more Pomu headband like runs in the future. I still have the material to make a couple more, but that'll probably just be for like personal requests, or if I go to a convention, maybe I'll say like, okay, I made a couple and then I'll sell them. But batches are over with. Yeah. Wow, 250. I bet you can make one with your eyes closed now. Actually, you bring up a good point. I will be doing a Pomu headband stream. So I will make one on stream so you guys can see the process that goes into it. It's funny because after making them in bulk, I really don't like making them individually, just because I have to take the time to transition between the different pieces that I need, the different parts such as sewing and ironing and cutting. It's a lot easier to do those things in bulk. So to do like 10 bows at once in one day, and then wrap the headbands 10 times in one day. You guys will see like the process on how to make it. Even when I first started this channel, I'm like, I'm gonna release a how to make a Pomu headband video. And I just never got around to it because I wanted to video edit it myself. And I even recorded, like, I sat down in front of this camera and I did the whole process on the camera, and I even have it in little bits, but I just, one, wasn't confident enough. I wasn't confident enough in my ability to edit, and so I just didn't do it. But now I'll be able to do it on stream, and I hope to release like maybe some scans that have the templates on it, and then an actual like physical manual on how to make one, because that would be it'd be nice for anyone who wants to make one to try to make one. And I will say that I figured out how to make the Pomu headbands just by trial and error. I tried different materials, I tried different fabrics, and the headband I actually got lucky. I bought off of a seller and it ended up being fantastic. So but if you end up finding a way to make the headband that's more efficient, that's like just overall better than the way that I do it, like for sure do it. I'll just share like the way that I've been doing it for such a long time now, just to make it easier for people who maybe don't sew a lot, or who aren't very like hands-on, to give them the opportunity to do it as well. So with that said, I'm gonna read chat first. With your eyes closed too. Yeah, Yeah, not gonna lie, I could probably do it with my eyes closed. It's just, it's just been so much repetition, but in a good way because it's fulfilling, you know? Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, these are just for the intro, so we're gonna say goodbye to the puppets. First thing we're gonna do is wipe down this desk. So I'm gonna go get some like rubbing alcohol and a wipe and just wipe down this desk. Vivi, welcome. Hello, hello. One last note on the headbands. Please send my regards to Soni Mama for her work too. Yes, thank you so much. To everyone who saw the message, who donated, or just like McBaggin, like sending their support. Like, thank you, thank you. My mom really wasn't expecting something like that, but I really feel like she deserves it for all the work she put into it too. And for those of you guys who don't know, so my mom started helping me cut out the fabric so that it's less work on me all at once, so that I don't have to take the time to cut out the pieces, and I could just focus on assembling them together. And it saved me a whole lot of time. And my mom just volunteered to do this in the first place because she wanted something to like connect us. Like she wanted to help me in some way. And so this entire time she hasn't taken any payment or any form of anything. And so I wanted to surprise her. And so I opened up a fundraiser, and then you guys delivered. So it was really fantastic. And an update on Soni Mama. She ended up using part of that money to buy some clothes for tennis. So now she's gonna look really stylish while out on the tennis court. I'm just getting everything. So I have the oven preheated. I'm gonna go check out the temperature. Apparently my oven is drank. I've been using the oven to bake like chicken and stuff like that, but with like baking, you have to be more specific with the temperature and the time. And so I have to check to see if it's actually holding the temperature it's supposed to be. So we're gonna flip this around and look at the instructions. Okay, so we're gonna need 1 cup of water, which I have right here. You're gonna need half a cup of vegetable oil, which is right here, and then 3 eggs, which I have in here. I'm gonna take some time after I crack the eggs to throw them in the trash, and then wash my hands because I'm not touching anything else in this area after I crack these eggs. Also, this is my normal desk. I'm doing all this on my normal desk, and I feel pretty comfortable being able to do it because this is an industrial desk. So I feel like it's pretty easy to clean. So let's go ahead and open it up. It says mix cake mix, water, oil, and eggs in a large bowl with a mixer and on medium speed, or pour into a pan. And pour into. Okay. I bought this at the dollar store. Woohoo! I also bought the frosting at the dollar store, and you know, I didn't realize this wasn't a common combination. But it is cream cheese frosting, and this is just a regular confetti cake. I saw cream cheese and went, oh, okay, that sounds pretty good. Not really realizing that cream cheese is really used for red velvet. But it was also the only frosting that they had. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't mind. Because honestly, it's gonna taste terrible. The frosting that comes in the little cup. Whoop. Yeah, you can already see the little sprinkles in it. I don't want any of it to go poof, like flying out, so I only cut a small little like tab on it. And I sure as heck don't want any of this on my keyboard, so try to keep it as contained as possible. I love red velvet. I hope this doesn't come off as too sweet. Oh, you mean like hope this like cupcake mix doesn't come out too sweet? I hope so. I don't like things like super sweet, but I don't know. It's funny, I plan on making it but not really eating a lot of them, so okay. I know oil and water don't really mix. I don't know if I should like, maybe I should mix the oil. It says to mix it all at once, but I'm like, is there like an actual process? Hi Susanne, happy 6 months. Thank you so much. Cupcakes to celebrate. Come join us. Does anyone know like baking tips? Do you put the eggs first or the vegetable oil first? I think honestly it doesn't matter because it's all gonna be mixed in together, but I'm like, is there like a better way to do this? All right, water is right here, so we're in water first. Whee! Okay. Vegetable oil second. Blub, 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 blub. Ugh. I love looking at like the viscosity of like oil. It's so cool. I don't know if that's coming off on my on my mic or not, me hitting this. I'm gonna set this on top. I don't want any oil on my desk. All right, and the eggs. Here we go. 1. A 2. A 3. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna go take this away. I just checked the temperature of my oven and it's 5 degrees below what it should be, which is not bad. At least it's not 20, which I was told has happened before. My understanding is that you mix your wets with wets and then the dries with dries separately until it's time to finally put everything together for freeze. Yes, like I know that's what you do with like butter. You mix butter and sugar first and you mix like the flour, baking soda, everything, and then you mix it together. But in this case, I don't know. Also, I realize like they don't ask for milk in this recipe. Let's actually see. Is there milk in here? Sugar, corn syrup. No, there's no milk in here. They're able to bypass milk because they add a shit ton of vegetable oil and that's what makes it moist. Which is funny. All right, faster. Woohoo. Oh shit, I have not been mixing those eggs. Is it a little difficult because I'm sitting down? Hold on, I'm gonna stand up. I'm like, why am I doing this sitting down? Because I definitely don't want to overmix the batter, but also I need to make sure everything is incorporated, including the egg, which I didn't do a very good job of whisking in. Ooh, I love yellow looking cake batter. It says you have to mix really well. But whenever you like overmix a cake, it is always so dense. And it's not supposed to be dense. Have fun mixing, Sonny. Thank you. Actually, whisking is my favorite part, but I always find it really short-lived. Especially for like batters and stuff. I don't know. Is that enough? I see the bubbles. Like, there's bubbles in the batter, which I think means it's mixed enough. So we're gonna go with that. I guess we'll see after this thing is made, like, if just mixing it to, like, completion is a good or bad thing. I'm gonna leave that there. Now I need a scoop. Not to backseat your baking, but you can tell if you've overmixed if the butter starts to separate. Yes. So in this case, because there's no butter, it's just oil. It doesn't look like it's separating. I think it's pretty homogeneous, which is what we desire. Ha ha ha. Homogeneous. What a fancy word. I sprayed the pan down a little bit because I know I'm gonna get batter like outside of this area and I don't want it to stick. Okay. Let's see if I can fit all this in the view. There we go. Okay, so I have a scoop. I know you're not supposed to fill these cups very much. I think it's only about that much batter. Like any more and it rises like way too high. Oh, it's coming out the other side. Hold on. I can double team this. I'm right-handed, but I'm gonna do this with my left hand. Yes, okay. I think that's good. It smells good already. I really do like vanilla better. And then after we get these in the oven, then we'll start putting coloring into the frosting. What kind of color do you guys think I'm gonna use? There's a whole rainbow of colors to choose from, but what color am I gonna choose? Let me give you a hint. It's not pink. Ah, I got it outside the pan. Outside the little cup. Pink. It is not pink. It's actually my favorite color. Oops, spoke too soon. How are you guys doing, by the way? How is your week going? I don't normally stream on a Wednesday, but I looked at a certain ghost schedule before this and I saw that she was streaming on Tuesday and Thursday, so I wanted to not conflict with her schedule. And I think a lot of us are doing the same, where we don't want to be conflicting with her schedule just because we're all watching her, you know? And so I hope this like timing works out. I seriously wasn't expecting her to stream this much upon coming back. I thought it was going to be more sporadic, but she's like going at it. And it's really, really like cool to see. And it just really feels like you're just hanging out and vibes are good. Vibes are real good. And it's just so like, it feels so securing to have her there, because like I didn't realize how much of a like a ray of sunshine she's become in my life. Like, she really is a beacon of hope and joy for me. Because to me, it feels like if she's not there, in which we experienced her not being there, it feels like I don't have the confidence to do what I need to do anymore. Because it's like she shows me that I can do what I want to do, and people will still enjoy it, you know? And if she's not there, then where's that's confidence gonna come from if she's not giving me that confidence? It's kind of hot in my area, but hanging in there. Hope you've been doing well. I've been doing well this week. I think last week was very challenging, and it's something that I was able to get like pushed through, essentially. I will be getting starting next week or the week after, I will be trying to get professional therapy for life. I think it helps having an outside opinion to help either guide you in the right direction or give tips as to how like you could better solve situations. Like, it's really hard when you have family that's really opinionated, or you don't really have people to turn to. And so having like, especially having an insurance that pays for it, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that opportunity. But I am an advocate for talk therapy if you can afford it or if it's covered by your insurance. Please just try it, essentially. I think a lot of people have horror stories about it, or just I think sometimes it just seems too daunting to start, or sometimes you think, well, my problems aren't really that bad. But what therapy has taught me in the past is that there are a lot more, like, being able to see your perspective, being able to see your situation through another perspective really changes how many opportunities you think that there are in your life. Like, I can say for sure that before I started doing therapy, I thought the world was the way that I had perceived it up until then. And then being introduced to new tools, how different ways of looking at it, has really broadened my horizons, and it's just made me a better person overall. Because it helps when you're no longer like drowning in those same situations. Yeah, I'd say that's my best argument for it. So, other than just do it. Having the podcast is really enjoyable to hear her yap. I was honestly blown away by her re-debut karaoke. So glad she's back, and more important, happy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to be as happy as she is now. I legitimately thought that she was burnt out of streaming. Like, I knew how much she loved streaming, but I think she was like just ready to leave, and I could really feel that energy for a long time, like prior to that. And so to see her back the same person but utterly just rejuvenated is absolutely incredible. Never hurts to have someone to talk to. It's no good to keep that same stress bottled up. Glad to hear you're able to get mental help that you need. Thank you so much, McBagan. It's not easy going through anything alone. It's also not easy to be in your own head all the time. So again, it helps being able to talk about it with someone, especially if they're an outside opinion. OMG, is that the PastelSoni? Hi, Morning Dew. How are you? How's it going today? Thanks for coming to stream. I need to listen to the podcast. I've got this weird thing where if I listen to it, then I have none of it left to listen to. You know, that is valid. It's just like binging an anime. Like, for me, I hate the idea of having to wait for the next episode to come out. But I also realized like also that's like half the fun, just like sitting down and either watching it with a friend, or like just having that anticipation for when it does play. Oh yeah, this batter is nice and gooey now that it's sat a little bit. Was it supposed to sit for 15 minutes before I put it in here? Oh, whatever. You can always listen to it. You can always listen to it again. That is true. Yes, that is true. Ooh, I'll go ahead and say it again here. Before I forget. Cupcakes, I know. I'm actually okay. I said I wasn't gonna eat them. I'm actually very excited to eat the pastry, like the actual like cupcake batter. But I'm definitely not gonna enjoy the frosting. So we'll see how that goes. I also highly recommend the Patreon episodes. They're so funny together. You know, I haven't listened to the first Patreon episode, so that I will have to do. I wish that I had subscribed to the Patreon like right as they opened it instead of waiting a couple of hours, because I wanted my name to be sooner on the screen. Because I was more than willing to subscribe, but I hesitated because I'm not used to subscribing to that amount before, so I was just like, I need to consider this. So I like didn't do it until I got out of work, and then I realized, oh, that was a fucking mistake. Okay, all the cupcakes are in their homes. We'll see if I approximated each one of these correctly. There are varying levels in each of these, so maybe I should touch that up a little bit. Oh yes, what I was gonna say here is that I got confirmation from the staff of Offkai Made, the Maid Cafe there, that there will be certain instructions to buy your tickets at certain times. And so what I was thinking is that I wanted to invite you guys, and also like say it on my Twitter, to come visit me at the Offkai Maid Cafe if you guys are going to Offkai. Woohoo! This will be my second year participating. I participated last year, but I want to have specific times where people come in to visit me so that you guys can all be in one group. Because how it works is that you essentially line up at the door at your certain time, and then you go in with your party. Most people were going in pairs or in groups of 3 or even alone, but they try to get it so that all the tables are full. So let's say you go in alone, you're going to be matched with other people until you get to a table. So if we can somehow coordinate ahead of time, then I can get you guys all into one table at that hour, and then we can just hang out as a group. So yeah, I think I might create some sort of group chat or some sort of way of communicating on Twitter, so that way we can figure out what the seating arrangements are going to be like and at what time. Because I also don't want people coming in at certain times and then there's not enough room at my table, or I am not going to be there, because we're also going to have shifts at the Maid Cafe as well. So $25 a month could be 12 gifted memberships to Mint instead. Yeah, exactly. Like just thinking of the logistics of it. Hi Friar, welcome to stream. Cupcakes, I'm actually about to toss them in the oven, so give me 1 sec while I put these in the oven, and then we'll set a timer for 17 minutes. vibing with the Pomudachis at the Off-Kai Maid Cafe might be the only thing that could top the AILAs at Denny's. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun. Please keep us updated about the main time. Burlingame isn't too far from me, so I might swing by. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, so I will make sure, because it's about a month and a half away, and tickets are going to be, I actually don't know when tickets are going to be going on sale, but they'll definitely be coming in the next couple of weeks, and I want to make sure that we're ready for that. This is the rest of the cupcake batter. You know, I probably could have just topped off the cupcakes. Well, I was thinking, oh, you know, I'll just bake another like cupcake at the end. Oh, well, I would eat it, but it has raw egg in it, and I'm not about to risk my life like that. I mean, I just put them in the oven. I could like quickly take them out, but then... Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I did it. Timers. It said you need to add like 5 minutes if you're using a non-stick pan. I'm using a non-stick pan. There's something else I needed to do. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna check my audio again. Okay, my audio is fine. I think I'm peaking the mic just a little, but that's okay. So I didn't realize that my mic volume was at 90%, And so when I was like, when I did that collab over the weekend, with Bakuya, Tia, and Murphy, my mic was so loud. And so I was able to actually turn it down, but then I realized that my mic settings were set to 90 for OBS, so I had to turn it back to 90. And yeah, I've always had problems with trying to get the sound right. Sound right is in like sounding good, like not sounding like it's like fried, or not sounding anything like, yeah. So, okay. Sprinkles for after. Fusion Sprinkles Galaxy Mix. This was just in my grandma's cabinet. Ah! And so I grabbed it. They're metallic. They look... Sometimes sprinkles are bitter. They look a little bitter because of all the chemicals that are in it, the diet. Regardless, the color that I chose for today... Ooh, ta-da! Green! For, you know, I don't know. I wonder why I chose green. I mean, and then there's also like, I don't know, a little ghost. She's a little bit of a she's a variation of green, but like, what was her name again? I wanted to do sort of like a swirl. So once I put the food coloring in here, instead of mashing it all up, I just wanted to go like this in the frosting. That's why I've been sort of prodding at it, just getting it like nice and getting the frosting nice and comfortable. The sprinkles look huge. Actually, they're not too bad. Yippee! Anytime I grab something from my parents' grandparents' cabinets, I'm worried it's been expired for 5 years. You know... If I had to guess... So first of all, these weren't deep in the cabinet. So that's a good sign. If something is coming from deep within your parents' or your grandparents' cabinets, that's a bad sign. These were pretty upfront. And if I had to guess, it's within the past 1 or 2 years, which is acceptable. When you're going through an Asian family's cabinets, you don't want to know what they have in there and for how long it's been in there. So I think these sprinkles are fine. I'm not gonna kill anyone because I'm gonna be bringing these cupcakes into work tomorrow. If you guys don't tell, I won't tell. But I'm also like not trying to poison my coworkers. Okay, so I know that if it's like a gel, yeah, like this is a gel, you don't want to use a lot because it colors really easy. Oh, it's like clumpy. Ew. If you're lucky, you can't read when you see I couldn't read when the expiration was. Whoa, this is like dark green. Oh, it said vibrant green, so I was expecting like a little like pastel-ish, but like this shit is like, damn. Alright, I'm not gonna swirl, I'm just gonna swirl it in. And then we're gonna put it into a little bag and then pipe it out. It's turning a little bit yellow. Wee. Girl, that straight up looks like paint. Are you sure I'm not feeding myself or my coworkers paint? I was expecting drops, not clumps. You know, so I think this is gel food coloring, which is why it looks like that. Okay, it's a little swirled. It's not as streaked as I would like it to be, so add another clump. You guys want to see it? Oh, it's making little bubbles. Ew! That was a little gross. Alright, we're gonna streak it up top like this. I'm gonna grab some of this. Okay, and now we're just gonna cut. I really hope that the food coloring isn't bitter. I hate bitter food coloring. Looks like a vivid green to me. You know what? It is a very vivid green. I've used food coloring in the past that ends up coming out a nice mint color, which is actually what I was trying to go for. But this works too. You know, I dig it. I don't think the green and the purple are gonna look very good from the sprinkles, but we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, I think that's enough. Now we're gonna scoop this into a bag. And then I'm gonna wait to cut off the tip until it's time. All right. I was dreading this. I know what you're supposed to do is like put some at the bottom so that it weighs, and then you could just sort of scoop the rest into it. So let's try it. No! Ow! My worst nightmare. I got on the sides. I hate like getting my hands dirty. It's just, I don't know, it's something that's always been like, I can't really handle it. Like the texture I can't handle the most is oil. So I hate when there's oil on my fingers, because then I also feel like I can't get it off. All right, let's glump this. Glump, glump. It's touching the sides. Okay. Breathe. Okay, now extend. Extend. You know, this ended up mixing a lot more than I thought it did, but I dig it. I dig it. I like this green. It's very pretty. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay. It started dropping before the bag was open, and I'm like, oh, fuck! Can you guys see why I was dreading this part? It's a little messy. Ooh. Yeah, I really can't add dressing to my salads because I think oil is so weird. Yeah, you know, that's valid. That's really valid. Lucky leprechaun green. It is. You know, it's green for spring. My favorite color of green was always a pastel green, but I've always been like a teal kind of person. I do like shades of teal. I do like pastel green. But like, oh shit. I got frosting on my t-shirt. All right, I'm trying it. Ew. It's a little bitter from whatever sweetener, whatever food. I almost said food poisoning. A food dyeing thing that they used. Maybe the actual like dye itself tastes a little bad, but you know, we'll leave it at that. Now I'm going to wash the bag so I don't have to touch any of this ewy stuff. Look at this. That looks nice to me. Okay, I'll be back again. Oh, I'll bring it with me. Ew. Ew. Alright, give me a sec. Actually, I have to make an important phone call. I'm back. A trick for that is to invert the bag in a cup, sort of like a tiny garbage. Oh my god, you're right. I should have done that. It's okay. We made it happen. Oh my god, this looks like slime. Did you guys ever make... Okay, so my school, my class, whatever, called it oobleck. It's just cornstarch and water. And cornstarch, when in water, when you put your fingers in it, it melts under the temperature of your fingers and it becomes a different... It becomes a very liquidy texture that so that when you like put your hands on it and then you go like... And then it like drips from your fingers like ooze or whatever, right? But then when it's actually like in a bowl, you can touch the surface and your finger won't like plunge into it. It's crazy. I loved that stuff as a kid. Although it dried up my hands a lot and I have eczema, so that wasn't great. I'm gonna go chuck this over there too. I don't want to see any of this. So the cupcakes are actually done. I still have how much time left on my timer? I still have 2 minutes, but I looked at them and I'm like, okay, I guess it's worth like poking it with a toothpick. And then I did, and it came out clean. So it's done. I won't be able to show you guys the actual tray. I'm gonna have to, because I don't want to put a hot tray on this. I'll take the cupcakes out after they cool and we'll have them on a plate. I know, that's really fast. I feel like baking times are a lot faster when you're not thinking about it, aka when you're distracted by a stream. I never done that. My school was mean and made us do work. You know, it do be like that. It really do. So now that we've made the frosting and then now we just have the sprinkles. I didn't get to prepare this, but I will do it right now. I wanted to go through my screenshots of all the thumbnails that I've had so far and really like just reflect back on the last 6 months of streaming. It's under screenshots. Screenshots right here. All right. Oh, it's so tiny. I will just have this, I guess, cover stream. That's fine for now. Is there a pointer? Actually, is there a pointer? I don't think I have a pointer with OBS. Well, sorry guys. That sounds like fun. Sounds like you put way more effort into putting thumbnails than I could ever try. You know what? I wish I did put more effort into it. Also prepping for stream and stuff like that, but I I guess, I'm not gonna lie, I prioritize like all the other things I have to do before setting up for stream. But that's because like oftentimes I need to get uh my laundry done, and I can only do it after I come back from work, or I have to do other things when I get back. So it's just like I want to make sure I get all these things done, and I'd rather put my effort into that so I don't have to stress about it tomorrow or work on it tomorrow than trying to make my thumbnails look nice. a little counterintuitive, but I really like the Evil Within ones. I'm really glad that you say that. So the Evil Within was the first game series that I did, and I essentially just wanted an excuse to be able to play it, but with other people, so it'd give me the courage to play it, because I played through the Evil Within once and I felt like I was a real wuss. And then playing it through again made me realize I'm not a real wuss. This game is just really fucking scary. And so it was really fun to be able to go through that. I felt very scared that people weren't going to be interested in watching it because it was so drawn out, but also because it's like repetitive. It's the same game series. And so at the time when I was doing 3 streams a week, I would designate Fridays to do the Evil Within. And that became like a nice comfort spot for me. Like being able to come back and be like, okay, I'm gonna stream the Evil Within. And I definitely would like to do another game series from start to finish. Lately I've been playing a lot of more open-ended games, such as like either group games like Crab Game or Minecraft. But I would like to choose a game that I go from start to finish. And the first game that comes to mind right now is Jedi Fallen Order. So I really want to play that. I can also nerd out about Star Wars, and it's gonna be so good. It's funny because I always spontaneously come up with stream ideas like, oh my god, let me buy like a scratch like notepad to draw things with, and I would love to revisit these things, but not gonna lie, I feel like a part of my ADHD is not being able to maintain things consistently, or not being able to keep things in mind. And so I'll just like forget about it. Like I've forgotten I have a scratch note, or I had a little like kit to make a miniature bakery that I was gonna do on stream and it didn't do. I have a Star Wars AT-AT kit that I was gonna do on stream and I never did. So we have a lot of things to look forward to in the future. I plan on really like, I had waited until after the Pomu headbands were done so I could really focus on this. I think I had wanted to stream and do Pomu headbands at the same time, but I realized that is just not possible. I can only dedicate myself to one big project a week instead of 2. Just because of the sheer amount of time it takes to do both. And like I said, in addition to having to do laundry, having to do regular chores and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I think there's going to be a period of time within the next couple of months where I won't be taking on another big, at least like manufacturing project where I'm doing the manufacturing myself. If you guys haven't seen already, I'll go ahead and post the link in chat, but I am creating a little 10 centimeter plush doll of Mint Phantom, and that is in collaboration with my friend Chicken, or 3_14NT on Twitter. I'll actually go over the story about that with you guys. Mint just announced she'll be going at an event in Virginia this Saturday. Anyone going? That's so cool. Oh my god. Exciting things for the next 6 months. Exactly. So now that I know that like now that I know these are things I have to catch up on, these are things I'm going to be doing. Sadly, I'm based on the West Coast. Yes, I'm also based on the West Coast. I was gonna say, oh man, I wish I lived on the East Coast, but then year-round, the East Coast doesn't get anything. And so I'm really grateful to be on the West Coast. This stream has been very comfy. Enjoy decorating the cupcakes. I saw a Pomu headband of yours at a con in Alabama. It's still very funny how small the official ones were. I have mine on a Fumo plush. Oh my god, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like, you may know Miss Fist. So Miss Fist was one of the first people to get my headbands ever, and they wore it to a couple of conventions on the East Coast, and they even like talk about it. But they've become like a beacon to KFPs and Pomudachis because they're so tall with a Pomu headband. So it's very, very cool. Yes, the official one hurts, and that's all I'm gonna get into that. I was really curious how they were gonna make it, so I even ordered one myself, and I still have it because it's like, even though I make headbands, like I'm still gonna get the official one because I still want to support her before we knew that they only get 2%. But yeah, I'm really happy with mine, how it has the internal support. I think the bow over time, like if you use it a lot, the fabric is, because it's cotton fabric, it's pretty thin, and so it starts like deforming a little bit. But I feel like that could be fixed if you just iron it, but you just have to be careful with the aluminum wire underneath. Yes, the East Coast needs something. This is so good. Yes, so I'm happy, Morning Dude, that you'll be able to finally like go get her, you know? You'll finally have something to go to. East Coast gets plenty of snow. Yeah, I'm wondering if Anime Impulse is gonna try going to the East Coast as well. I think they have very big dreams of expanding, which is, I think, good for them. I can still say a couple things about the way they organize these things, pricings, and stuff like that. But if it means more accessibility for fans in places other than Southern California, and I guess Northern California as well, I'd say go for it. Like, I feel very privileged to be in the area where a lot of these things have been going on. And I just think that it's really wrong that there is a pay and time barrier so that fans can get equal treatment, if you know what I mean. Like, it's different than super chats or donos in which you can do that at any time, but actually having to commit to go to a con requires both money and time and energy and sacrifices, because a lot of times you guys are working, we're all working, and so you have to take time off of that, and it might take away from your PTO and then and stuff like that. So it's just having to coordinate all that, but it just doesn't sit right to me that fans are given this opportunity, but if you're not in that area, then you're sort of just shit out of luck, and you have to make those sacrifices in order to get the same privileges as people who do live in that area. So that's all I'm gonna say about it for today. This is something that I've come back to over and over again. I hope you guys aren't tired of me talking about it. You pay for that privilege with huge rent, so don't feel bad. Yeah. Cries at rent. Cries at price of living. I would love to live somewhere where price of living isn't as high, but one, I've lived here my whole life, so it's like, oh man, do I want to leave? And two, I don't know, I might get chased out of here anyways if there's no water, so It's a desert, and we're pretending it's not a desert, Southern California. So, joke's on me. I live in my parents' house. Yeah. You know, if I could get along with my parents after having gone away to college and then coming back, I would. But I absolutely cannot, which is why I've been living on my own since I've graduated from college. Even in college, I was living not with my parents, but it's tough. It's tough trying to find a place. And it's especially difficult if you don't know who you're gonna live with. Yeah, that's all I'll go into there. Rain this year, I hear, was good. LA got more rain than Seattle. No, actually? More rain than Seattle? That's insane. That doesn't sound right. Oh, you know what? Oh no, LA got more rain. I was about to say, oh, maybe it's like Northern California got more rain than Seattle. LA got more rain than Seattle, which again is scaring me. I don't remember having this much rain ever in my life. It's scaring me because fires, because all this stuff is gonna grow, all this stuff is gonna die because we don't get consistent rain, and there's a lot more like stuff for fires. Also, it means the weather is changing. Like, it's been getting progressively hotter and hotter every year, and it's freaking scary. Like, my coworkers often point out, because I like to sit outside during lunch. I sit, funnily enough, in front of the building where I work. And just to like get some sunshine, because I hate being inside all day. And I haven't been wearing sunscreen. And it's unfortunate that like 50 years ago, you wouldn't have had to wear as much sunscreen as we do now. But now, like, going outside without sunscreen is basically begging for skin cancer. And I'm like, oh. I can barely stay a week with my folks now. 100% makes sense. Yeah, I feel like once you take that step and move out, you can never go back. I think some people end up doing it because they have to, and obviously it makes sense, and no shame for that. But you're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy. But yes, I'm looking back at the thumbnails. I realize I've been talking like with these thumbnails on the screen, and I could have been showing my hands, but it's okay. We're gonna go back like this. So one of my first ideas, because I had wanted to make masks, but I needed motivation to make masks, I was gonna make them on stream. And so I did. I ended up making a Petra mask, and I ended up making an Enna mask. I still have the material for Reimu and Millie, but I never got around to doing it. I think eventually I'll get around to doing it, just like I'm supposed to make Alira face masks again. Those are problems for later. But like, one of the descriptions for my channel is that I want to share a love of handmade goods. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I took on the Pomu project, the Pomu headband project myself, is because I was really pouring my love into these pieces, like accessories that other people would wear to represent someone that they love as well and to take pride in. And that's something, like, especially after making them by hand, I've come to have a deep appreciation for the stuff that I do have, if it's handmade or even if it's factory, because like, I'll never take a piece of clothing for granted again, because I know the kind of work that goes into it. And obviously these factories have new technologies to make things easier. They definitely have like conveyor belt type chains where people are doing the same thing all day every day, assembling one piece of clothing. I also like I said, just a deep appreciation for the work that goes into it. I feel just so bad for the people who work in these factories all day every day, on sewing machines. Like, that sounds like a miserable existence, but I do recognize that people still have to do it because they have to make money. And so when I buy things now, I don't buy fast fashion unless it's from a thrift store. I try to buy stuff that I think will last. I hold on to things that last instead of just throwing it away. Like, I think consumerism, just increased consumerism, has allowed us to feel like these things that we buy or these things that we wear are really disposable. Because if it's disposable, then you could buy more. But you just totally neglect the hours of work that goes into everything that's made. And so, yeah. And so I wanted to be able to spread that kind of sentiment as well through the work that I do. It is on the pricier side because these things are handmade. And I was explaining this to like a mutual online, but I see manufacturing as a way of getting paid for your time. Because I'm not necessarily trying to get the money just because there's clout involved with it. It's just, can I get paid for my time and feel like my time has been worth it? Can I feel like the hours spent at the sewing machine cutting fabric sort of dying on the inside because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again? Like, can I be motivated to continue to make these things as well? So yeah, I might the most difficult part about sewing on stream is that my sewing machine is very loud, and so I would probably have to mute every time that I use it on stream, which is not what I would like to do. But it also would be nice to sew on stream. I think it'd be fun. It's still an activity to do, and so I want to do it. So I'll try to figure that out. And then we tried getting some group games in, like Among Us and Crab, the Gartic phone too. Ugh, that Gartic phone. So that was the first time that I had like encountered trolls. No, I guess not the first time. That was the first time in like a game setting that I had encountered trolls, and I was just so upset that people would come into these spaces like not caring who it is, why they're doing it or whatever, and just do their own shit. Like, for me, there's no respect in it. There's nothing. And that's what made me so irritated. But also just really sad. Cause like I'm not someone who spends a lot of time on the internet. I don't know if you can tell. With my knowledge and non-existent knowledge of memes and current pop culture references, but I didn't also grow up on the internet like other people did, so other people can be really like desensitized to this kind of behavior and just sort of expect it. But I thought that with my space being a little more like, with my space being small and a little more private, I thought that people wouldn't do it, and then they did anyways. And now I have what, 9/11 on my stream. I don't want that at all. So I learned from then that if I'm gonna do like group games, it has to be like my visibility with the game has to be decreased. It's crazy how some people don't have better things to do with their time, you know? I mean, I think half of it is just kids on the internet just fucking around because they don't have anything else to do. Because they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to go outside. Because they never had to. That's the toughest part. But yeah. Let's see. I think my first collab was Crab Games 1 and 2. So if you guys look on number 16 and 17, I had invited a handful of mutuals and friends on Twitter to join, and that was very fun. I had a lot of fun with that, and I had intended to create actually a server where those people could offer up collabs and stuff, because a lot of them were streamers or a lot of people just wanted to participate, and it was so dead silent. Nothing happened in that server. Even after the crab game, I couldn't really get another collab going. So I just deleted the server recently. It's like, okay, I tried. After that, because I had finished The Evil Within, I started Slime Rancher. And Slime Rancher was a slow process as well. What was different about Slime Rancher, because like The Evil Within is story, so you want the whole story to be there, but Slime Rancher could be also a lot of farming. And so I just played that game exclusively on stream, and I started feeling more and more worried that it was just gonna seem monotonous. So by the end, I had sort of started losing hope in Slime Rancher, like whether or not I should keep continuing it, even though I was having like fun with the game and stuff. But I'm still glad I did it anyways, because I have fond memories of playing it on stream, and it makes me feel very warm and comfy inside. I also did a figure unboxing. I had gotten a box of stuff. I think it was from Big Bad Toy Store. That was fun. I painted a brain, so I had bought a brain as a Halloween decoration, and there was a brain in The Evil Within that was being experimented on, and so I had wanted to replicate that. It ended up looking like a clown with some like rusty handmade barbed wire on it. It was pretty crazy. It looked terrible, but it was still fun to make. I bought a lot of cards, an actual lot. It was 13,000 cards, and I ended up going through all of them on stream, trying to pick out the nicest cards, the promo cards, the higher rarity cards, and that was fun. I still have them all. You know, I still have yet to take the recording of me like snow fairy, what is it? Do you know when you lay down in the snow and you create it? Oh, snow angel. I wanted to snow angel in a massive pile of trading cards. So I will record that and I will post it on my Twitter. You guys will see that. That's on my list of things to do. I also talked about different events. So I talked about AILA. I actually have to go back and watch that stream again because I want to relive some of those memories. I also talked about the Ado concert, which was more recent. That was really fun as well. And then I also did Minecraft. So I started Minecraft, and my relationship with Minecraft is really interesting. I can't be motivated to do stuff by myself. Like, I see Minecraft as like an adventure game because that's the only way I can be motivated to play it. Like, I'm not motivated enough to try to like make a pretty house or something, because I think if I'm gonna get started on something and work on it, then it like has to be super nice. And so like if it's not super nice, I'm not gonna do it. Again, I think it's part of the ADHD autism, but it just is. I'm jealous she got to see Ado. I didn't know she was in California. Oh my gosh, McBaggin, you missed out. It was so good. It was so good. I don't know if it was just being able to hear her music or just going out, like leaving work early to spend the day in LA. Like, it might have been a combination of all those things, but the next day I felt utterly like anxietyless. Like, all my problems that had plagued me beforehand had ceased to plague me. And it was a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And then, oh, I did some headband assembling on stream because I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. Try streaming while doing the headband project at the same time. And that's when I learned, no, I can't do that. I have to do one or the other. And then I had my unboxing. That was wild. I actually won a raffle on Twitter for a drawing tablet. And I have it. And I actually love it and I want to use it more. But things are still sort of up in the air for me. Like things aren't consistent. They haven't been consistent for the past like couple of weeks. And so I'm waiting for things to die down again until I can actually get into a rhythm of like, okay, I'm going to use the tablet tonight. Okay, I'm going to use the tablet tonight. Stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't watch that stream out of jealousy and I don't think I could pay attention while crying. Oh no. I really hope she comes out with like a DVD performance or something. I will buy that shit. I will play on repeat. It's so fucking good. I hope you can get access to it someday. I think one thing that was really, really cool about the concert, which I didn't realize was such a big thing until after, was that nobody was on their phones before the concert. And I didn't realize I had forgotten what it feels like to be in a phone-less space. I think that's also why people were really awkward and not really speaking to one another. Because when people are waiting for things, the automatic reflex is to go on your phone and to be like... Various people still have DVD players. Oh my god, you're so right. Things don't come out on DVD anymore. I don't know. Like, I bought Star Wars The Clone Wars full season. Actually, it might be seasons 1 to 4, but full season. Because I'm like, I don't know. What if one day it's not on streaming platform anymore? Where am I gonna watch it? I have a fucking physical copy. Eat that. Actually, I want to get Avatar too. Avatar The Last Airbender on DVD. And stuff like that. I'm sure my PlayStation 3 will play it. Yeah, exactly. Also, hi Various, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Safe on your ride back home from work tonight. And then we have 6 month celebration. I noticed I actually have I had a 1 month celebration, and that was really significant for me because I was like, I had dedicated myself to streaming 3 times a week for that month. And then when I did it, I'm like, oh my god, I actually did something that I set myself out to do. And so that was really cool. I'm gonna hide that for a second. I still have this on my desk. This is my 1 month anniversary shikshi. So everyone who had subscribed to my channel at that time, who was under 50 people, I wrote their names on here and I added a sticker. I would like to do something like that for 6 month Annie, but I haven't had any ideas on how to do it. So I might end up waiting for maybe 8 months of streaming, or maybe just wait until 1 year before I do something like that again. But I think that is enough time waiting. I'm gonna see if I can transfer the cupcakes onto a baking tray. So I will be right back. Okay. So these are not all the cupcakes. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to decorate all the cupcakes anyways if I want to take my time and just have fun with it. So I just grabbed a few. I have a hard deadline of stopping stream at 9 because I have to wake up early tomorrow, so I have to go to sleep early. Let me get a knife. Could also save up for 1 year. Wait, save up what? Alright, my first thought is just a swirl. So, in my bag, let's get the swirling. Oh, it's not as, like, fluffy as I thought it was gonna be. That does not look bad. That does not look bad at all. What if I make it look like a little rose? How do we do that? That. Yeah? No? Does it come off? Maybe I have to fill in the petals. I think I made it worse. Alright, I have another idea. Mini swirls. I do not care for covering up the surfaces of these entirely, especially because I don't want to eat a lot of the frosting anyways, so... I just like having fun with it. Yeah! That doesn't look too bad. Alright. Zigzag time. Also, these are shitty box cupcakes. It's fine. That definitely isn't enough frosting, so we're gonna go the other direction. These just look so dorky, but I love it. I love it. They didn't end up having that streaking pattern, like the food coloring through it, than I wanted to. Maybe I had mixed it a little too much, but it's okay. This green's really pretty. Looking cute. Thank you. Heart time. Yeah. Time to fill it in. Who said you need a fancy bag for pipetting? Just use a regular plastic. Am I out of ideas now? I might be out of ideas now. We'll just do another swirl. You guys have any suggestions on what I should draw on a cupcake? Say so, please. Only say so ideas. I will not endorse unsay-so ideas for this. Ah, yeah, look at that handiwork. Woohoo! It looks like I'm painting boogers, and it's fantastic. Draw a Pomu headband and a ghost. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I do that already? Okay, I'm gonna go swap out these. See if any of your coworkers are cool. They are not, trust me. But what's nice is that they're all really friendly towards me. Like, I'm used to people in a workplace or like in a team environment, like getting used to who I am and then start treating me weird because they think that I'm different. But they definitely know, like my coworkers definitely know that I'm different, but they don't treat me poorly boring. If anything, they're just like, oh, summer's here with their excitement or whatever. Reminds me of Shrek. All right, we're drawing Shrek. Alrighty, round number 2. First thing we're gonna do, Shrek. Somebody. The goo from the swamp. Anyone? Alright. Shit, what is Shrek's profile? Is that it? Yeah, that's Shrek if I've seen one. Hold on, we gotta make the little, like, ears. There we go. Get out of my swamp. Alright, Pomu headband time. I'm so familiar with this shape. Ta-da! Very onion-like look. It's all ochre now. You guys are terrible. Oh my god. I can't make a little star shape. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. It's supposed to be the little flower. Boop. Alright, Pomudachi? Boop. Not gonna lie, Shrek kind of looks like an upside down snail because of the swirl. What swirl? Alright, Pomudachi time. Yeah! Oh my god! It is a fucking Pomudachi. Maybe do some of your favorite Oshi marks? You know what's funny? You mentioned Oshi marks and I don't know what they are. Like, the only reason I know them is because I use them, but otherwise I have no clue what the Oshi marks are. Let's make a little ghost. The little ghost is a little upside down orb. So we'll do this. Ta-da! I love the cupcake art. Hi, Paper! Wow, it looks just like me. Look! Look ghosty. Let's do a little maid headband. Let's see if I can even, like, manage it. Hey, yo! That doesn't look half bad. Except I just need to connect it here. In the shape of an L. Yeah, that sort of gets the point across. I'm gonna draw another Pomudachi, because there's never just one Pomudachi. We come in freaking swarms. There you go. That looks a little less Pomudachi like. I'm gonna do one more headband. It's incredible how different the volumes are in each of these cupcakes. You would think I use the same amount every time, and then I didn't. That doesn't look like a headband. Looks like a ribbon instead. Damn. Maybe it's because I have to arch it a little more. Wee. Oshi marks are just emojis that your favorite VTuber Twitter profile have. Yeah, no. I know what Oshi marks are. I just never remember what they are. Like for my Oshis. Unless I use them on Twitter. I don't know. Is this enough frosting? Unfortunately, I might just have to go through these. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture first. I'm just gonna have to go through these. Like, paint them over again. But actually, let me see if I have enough frosting for that. LMAO, my bad. No worries. I didn't explain myself well. Get more water. Alright, I actually think I cannot... Oh, I won't have enough frosting. So, we'll just roll with it. Hi, Sani! Congrats on the 6-month anniversary. I love my headband. It keeps me company at my desk. It reminds me of her. Kyle, thank you so much for stopping by. I remember sending the headband to you, too. Thank you for being one of my early, like, customers, patrons. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you're still loving her as much as ever. I think it was very strange seeing her come back because I didn't quite know. Like, it definitely was like being introduced to a new person, even though she is the same person. She's assuming a new identity, and that, of course, is going to be different than what she had before. So I didn't know what to think of her. But now I really no, Kyle, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like, but I love this version of her. I love how comfortable she feels, how happy she is. Like, this is what I've always wanted for her. And so I'm very, very happy. All right. We tried the anime face. Tehepero. It didn't feel like it's been less than 3 months since she's gone away. January and February felt really grim. It was out of this world. Like I had mentioned earlier, it's like the sun was gone. I actually really appreciate you talking so frankly about it. Well, yeah, like it's just like this community means so much to me. She means so much to me. And so to be a part of that and to have like wait, guys, no, just let me be sappy. But like to spread the love, like that's always been my goal. Like that's why I do these things. Like, and that's what's also kept me motivated to keep making the headbands, even if it did like hurt a lot of times, like on the inside, just because it's like, oh my god, I have to do this again, like dragging my feet to get to it. But it was always because whoever is buying it really appreciates it, loves her. Like we're all still supporting her so much and unafraid to show our love for her. So this is just an extension of that. So yeah. It's so nice to see her being able to do whatever she wants and talk about the things that she likes now. Honestly, like especially when she started off with the pachinko machine, I'm just like, that's it. There you go. Oh, I want to make her different expressions. So I was looking at her like expression reel. The people eating these cupcakes might be a little upset, but it's too much sugar anyways. It's fine. Oh! Well, because there's this little mess on top, hold on, we'll make this into a design. It is no longer an expression, it is a... I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. it's just arrows. Well, time to make a 4-leaf clover. I have to study her expressions again. I don't remember what her expressions were. Because, cough cough, I would like to see them more in the community. Wink wonk. Man, you and the rest of this community are so sweet. I'm really truly inspired by her and all of you guys. I feel the same way. You're spreading Pomufication in the right way. I salute you, Sonny. Thank you. Like, when she first said Pomufication, I'm like, let's fucking run with this. I don't know if she only wanted it to be like something very like, very short-lived. I didn't know if she wanted the bit to really go that far, but I'm like, you know what? We're gonna fucking take this. And it worked. Yeah, it was like when Mata debuted and she was like, oh, you mean I have help? Tensions are still running like so high about that because it's like oh, there's just a huge bubble in there. Oops. Because the libraries wouldn't be leaving if they weren't happy in the company, and so it's like it's such a tough situation. Yeah, Kyle, I'm glad a community that has an alternate name of Pissy Dashi didn't turn out to be complete weirdos. You bring up a really good point. That's a really, really good point. I want to make a dinosaur. Can I make a dinosaur? I don't know, is that a dinosaur? Is that Godzilla? Yeah, it sort of looks like Godzilla. And it's tough too, because I love a lot of people in Niji, but I'm also really happy to see her thriving as Mint and taking it one step at a time on her own, with the help, of course. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because when she said, yeah, we're just gonna get the job at a grocery store, that is totally something I would have done. Like, she had like the big eyes. With like an older version of myself. Like really, not really having that big sense of self. But I'm happy enough to have reached a point where I'm like, yeah, I know my worth. I think I could put myself out there. Even if I still struggle with it. I'm glad I'm not like her, who had to be convinced to not take a grocery store job for money. She definitely belongs in this space, and she should definitely stay here. What should I do for the last 2 cupcakes? Alright, okay, no. I'm gonna write 6 months. So 6M. I am running out of icing. 6M for 6 months. And then we're gonna do 250 on here for 250 headbands. 2 5 0. Woo, right down to the last of it. Yeah! Hell yeah! We did it, guys! Yippee! Go. Just really getting the last of this out there. Wow, that mouth is really, really big. That's gonna go in the trash. Yippee! Alright, I want to take a picture. Yeah! We did it! What does that do there? This and this. 250 in 6 months. Hold on. I need to have... Ooh, I didn't draw a camera. Okay. I don't know. I have the Pomu headband here, but I don't know if I should include the little ghosty. I'm like, maybe I should keep this strictly Pomu. Don't touch the doll. Because there's also Pomu Dachi. I'll grab the Pomu Dachi. Yippee! There we go. Shit, did my phone die? Oh my god. Okay. The lighting is shit. I took a picture and I'll post it on Twitter. This might be my thumbnail. Actually, that would be very good. I'm gonna get ready for bed since traffic is bad these days. Thanks for the stream, Sonny. Have a good night, everyone, and see you next time. Take care. Thank you, McBaggin. It was great seeing you. Thanks for coming by on stream. I will see you in the next stream. Good night. I love how the shape of the ribbon is still clear. Isn't it awesome? I did a really good job with this, actually. I did fantastic. Yeah, so it's about 8:50. That's actually perfect timing. I still have to wash everything that I used and then go to where I'm staying and then get ready for bed and then knock out and then wake up at like 6:30. But it's okay. It's not okay because I like sleeping more, but it's okay. It's gonna have to be okay. But thank you everyone for coming for the 6-month streaming anniversary and for 250 plus Pomu headbands. I look forward to hanging out with you guys more in the future as we start doing more streams and then seeing other projects come to life. So I did post a link earlier in chat that has a link to a mint 10 centimeter doll if you are interested. This is something that I will not be making by hand. We will be sending it off to a manufacturer because they could do it far better than we could and a lot faster because they have the machinery for it. But look forward to having little squeezable versions of mint. Congrats again. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for the headbands and congrats again. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Good night. Take care. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.